Welcome. This is F1 Debrief episode 25. Yeah, it's episode 25. Um, anyway, no, actually, it's episode 26. Sorry. That's why it's been a long time. It's been 2 weeks. We're supposed to do this 2 weeks, but we've been really busy on the pod on YouTube, doing videos on multiple sports because it's now called Keep It Sports now. It's not called Solo P1. I'm still called Solo P1, but the channel's called Keep It Sports. So just a quick one. I'm going to bring in my co-cues, my partner in crime. This is Toto. Ada! Toto, there you go. Big up, bro. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. My day so far has been going all right. Just been doing a few, refresh over this race because it's been ages. But look, got some notes down, got some stuff to talk about this race.
Yeah. Been a while.
Weren't really the best of races. Weren't really the best of races because you all know how it turns out when it comes to the qualifying. But look, there's still a long way season to go. But Japan. I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, well, Japan Grand Prix. Well, this weekend actually it's going to be the Chinese Grand Prix. But this, like I said, this video should have been done 2 weeks ago. So, what do you think of the Chinese Grand Prix overall weekend? I'm going to ask you because I've kind of forgot. Really, it's one of those where you don't really have to do that many notes because you knew what was going to happen. Max Verstappen and Red Bull was going to get the win. We know this. We hopefully in the future that it changes. But what was your overall feeling and your opinion on the Grand Prix?
Look, my opinion on it, I think that there was a lot of reliability. There was reliability problems for one team. I think it was Alfa Romeo, something like that. Sure, I had some gearbox problem. I don't know what it was, but I think this track for me, it's more of who suits their car the best. I think it's going to be really track dependent this year. Because
we're on about the Chinese. We're on about the Japanese Grand Prix now.
Yeah, Japanese. I think the teams that didn't really.
Yeah.
I think the teams that didn't really fit in was probably, of course, Mercedes. Ferrari came a little bit behind, even though they finished well. They came a little bit behind Red Bull. Of course, Red Bull got that 1 and 2, but yeah, I think the cars that really suited this was Red Bull.
Yeah, these cars, this
Ferrari.
Yeah. This
I
track
don't even want to.
We know this track is Red Bull. It's in China. No, it's in Japan, and that's Honda country. And they always do good here. I think the last 3 races we've had here, I think Red Bull's got the win anyway. So it was obvious that it was going to be their track. This is why I'm not giving up on the season yet. Hopefully some other teams can try and merge forward and try and capitalize on their upgrades because I know they've got upgrades coming soon. So the DNFs were Yuki Tsunoda. Not Yuki Tsunoda, Juan Yu Zhou, Daniel Ricciardo, and Alex Albon. Alex Albon's not having the best of luck lately. He had that crash at Australia, and you remember he had to take his teammates' chassis, which I thought was a bit out of order. And now he's got a DNF in Japan. So I know it's only early in the season, but I've got high hopes for the Williams car. I think they've got a good team there. James Bowles there, the head of the team. And I think they've got a decent car. I think they're very fast on the straight. What do you think about Williams?
Yeah, Williams, you can see they had their spells on the straight this season. Every time it hits DRS or something like that. I remember once that either Ferrari or something like that was behind them.
Mm-hmm.
It was DRS on the straight, and Williams still stayed ahead. Williams have that power there, but I think, look, you can say that Williams have improved. Before they went down in 2014, and then 2016, you know how that turned out for Williams. But for me, I think Williams actually is improving. Of course, they've got a good driver behind the wheel. They've got Alex Albon, really good driver behind the wheel. Really improved Albon since.
I think Albon's a great driver. I think he's definitely going to be in multiple races.
Yeah. Because
once he's in the right car, I think he's going to be in multiple races.
I think when he went to sorry for interrupting.
No, sure. I interrupted you. Go on.
I think when he went to Red Bull, he weren't ready. He wasn't.
Young. No,
he weren't ready. So the best solution is go to a lower team, build your confidence up.
Exactly.
And he has done that. You know, he's done
a
the
bit like,
Simpsons.
yep, that 100%, agree. Logan Sargent, he keeps getting DNS and having problems with the car. I think this is going to be his last season with Williams. I wouldn't be surprised if this is his last season. I think they're going to bring someone else in. I think that will get announced probably around about Silverstone that time, the summertime. I think this is his last season. If you would have watched Drive to Survive, so Dane Bauer said, "Look, at the end of the day, your first season coming, I can forgive you for your first season, but the second season, you've got to make some headway. We want to see what you're about." And at the beginning of the season, I don't think it's gone well for him. He's showing lack of respect they got for him after they said, "Right, look, Albon crashed in Australia. We're going to take your chassis and we're going to give it to Albon." I thought that was a bit disrespect to Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent, all he could do is basically say, "Oh, okay, then I'll be there for the team for the weekend." That's what his team told him to say. So you could see from the off that they've got no respect for him. And I think this is his last season. But I'm going to go through the Grand Prix. We know what it's about when Red Bull was dominating. Max Verstappen, I'm going to bring it around here. Max Verstappen got the win. Perez second, third, Carlos Sainz fourth, Charles Leclerc fifth place, Lando Norris sixth place, Alonso seventh place, Russell eighth place, Piastri ninth place, Lewis Hamilton 10th place, Tsunoda 11th place, Hülkenberg 12th place, Stroll 13th place, Kevin Magnussen 14th place, Bottas 15th place, Ocon 16th place, Pierre Gasly 17th place, Logan Sargent, and 18th place, 19th and 20th, all DNS, one new Joel, Ricardo, and Albon. Now, this strategy, I think Mercedes was on. Obviously, that didn't work. So, there's big problems at Mercedes. The video ain't going to be long. It's going to be around about 10 minutes because this is going on the podcast. As we like audio with iTunes, Spotify. This will be going on iTunes and Spotify. But regarding Mercedes, there's big problems at Mercedes. There's actually people now in the past couple of weeks saying we think we should give this seat for people, fans, haters, how Twitter is. They're saying that Carlos Sainz should have that Ferrari spot, that Lewis Hamilton shouldn't have that Ferrari spot. Now, Lewis Hamilton, I think he came out in the news yesterday saying, "Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to Ferrari. I think I warranted it." And it basically doesn't care what anybody thinks. But that's how it goes. Regarding Lewis Hamilton and Formula One, you get the haters. That's it. They actually wanted that one guy to replace him. Who was that guy that replaced someone at the Grand Prix a few weeks ago? And the commentators of Formula One just couldn't shut up about him. They kept saying,
it was that Englishman from Ferrari.
The English guy, innit?
Yeah, it was.
That's the one. Go on.
I'll get his name.
Anyway, that guy, the one for Ferrari, for Ferrari. There you go. They kept saying that he should replace Lewis Hamilton because he had one decent weekend, and I think he came 7th or 8th. Commentators couldn't shut up. They couldn't shut up about it. They kept saying, "Look, Lewis Hamilton, it's not fair that he's gone to Ferrari." You're looking at an 8-time world champion, people. 8-time world champion. 8-time. Yeah, I think he does deserve to go there. Anyway, so what do you think of that situation regarding Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari and what the fans saying online, saying you shouldn't go there, they should give it to Carlos Sainz?
Look, if you're a Hamilton fan, the simple concept, you want the best for your driver. You want him to win titles, you want him to win races, you want him to get...
If you're a Ferrari fan, okay.
Yeah. Now, if you're either just a Lewis fan in general,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
You want Lewis Hamilton to do well. Yeah? It's simple as that. But is he going to do well while staying at Mercedes? Because Mercedes is not in the best state now. Ferrari looks like a good car, and they'll potentially get good when the new regulations come out, when Audi and all that join Formula One. But if you're on about Lewis and Ferrari in general, I think people shouldn't be, putting down Hamilton because he's going for Ferrari. At the end of the day, it's his career, and he decides where he wants to go to. And I think Ferrari...
No, they're saying that they're basically they're dogging Ferrari. They're saying Ferrari shouldn't sign Hamilton. They should re-sign Carlos Sainz because Carlos Sainz has had a couple of good races. What happens if Carlos Sainz goes to China? Yeah. What happens if he goes to Silverstone, all these future tracks coming up, and then he fails? What they're going to say then? They're going to go with the same narrative and say, "Oh yeah, we think that Carlos Sainz should go there." Anybody in that car, it doesn't matter what driver it is. Look, you got the guy coming over as a fill-in for Carlos Sainz when Carlos Sainz was having his appendix out, yeah, when he was going through his tumultuous time. He had Carlos Sainz. This guy coming here, he was a second driver, like a junior driver or Formula 2 driver. He had a half decent weekend, coming 7th or 9th or whatever, And the same people are saying, he should replace Sainz at Ferrari, not Hamilton. He should replace Sainz at Ferrari instead of Hamilton. Now they're saying Sainz should have the spot instead of Hamilton. So what is it? Do you even want this guy or do you want this guy to replace Hamilton? That's all what you do. How about you just watch the show and enjoy it and watch Lewis Hamilton win races in Ferrari, because that's what's going to happen, because Ferrari is the car of the future. I believe that Ferrari, when the regulations change, I think that car is going to be a bum. And this is why that's why Lewis Hamilton went there, and that's the reason why Lewis Hamilton went to Mercedes in 2013.
Looking
despite people's opinion on it. Go ahead.
Ferrari is looking good now, and just like when Hamilton went to Mercedes, when Mercedes was a really, really bad car. When Nico Rosberg was there, Mercedes was a really, really bad car, and everyone was saying, "What is Hamilton doing going to Mercedes?" It was an absolute blunder why he went to Mercedes. Everyone was thinking, "What's he doing going to Mercedes?" And he knows something that we don't know. Ferrari has told him something that we don't know yet, that we don't know of. So
that's what
the people don't actually think. They'll probably think, why is Hamilton going to Ferrari for? Because we don't know how their car probably going to end up. But like I said, I'm going to repeat what I says. We know something that we don't know.
They know something we don't know.
Exactly.
Just like Mercedes did in 2013.
That's what I was about to explain. That when Nico Rosberg was there, Mercedes was complete out of it. As soon as a new era came after Red Bull won their last championship with Sebastian Vettel, that's when Mercedes started to come alive. Championship after championship, race win after race win. I think, in my opinion, my prediction for that Ferrari is going to be exact same when the new regulations come. That's my opinion.
I think next year they're going to be even better. I know next year a lot of the teams are going to tap out early because they're going to be getting ready for the new regulations. But if you watch that 2013 season, at the back end of it, you see how Mercedes was merging. You could see there was potential in that car, and I think that's what you see now with Ferrari. And that's Lewis said just going to go to Ferrari because it's the red. He could have went there years ago if that was a fact. The fact is he knows there's something brewing. Just like he knew something was brewing in 2013, when all the people said, like Button said, "Why are you going there for? Why?" But it is what it is, isn't it? This is Formula One, and hate's gonna hate, especially towards Lewis Hamilton. It is what it is. When Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari, I'm still gonna like Mercedes, but I'm gonna support the Ferrari guys as well, because at the end of the day, Lewis Hamilton's there. But at the end of the day, I like Aston Martin because Alonso's there as well, and I know we signed a new year contract, and I know there's a lot of haters regarding. Now we're gonna segue over to Alonso now. I know there's a lot of haters regarding Alonso, but it is what it is. I love when they hate because they know he's a good driver. Now, before we finish off now, what's your opinion on Alonso staying in Formula One? Because I think he said he's happy with Aston Martin. What's your thoughts on it before we wrap up?
It's a good idea, because Aston Martin car in Japan finished, I think, 5th or 4th. I don't know what it is. I think he finished 5th, but I think overall, if you want to answer your question about Alonso going to extending his contract, I think it's a really, really good thing that he's extending his contract. I still think he's got a lot of years in him. Look, the man's 40 plus, right? And he's still performing top level, finishing top 5 consistently, man. And that shows that the great drivers can always find a way. Because Alonso, he's been having decent results this season. Japan, he finished 5th. And of course, Aston Martin, I think, brought in a new aerodynamic upgrade. I think that really, really helped the car. But I think
he always gets the best out of the car.
He does. And every time
Aston Martin, no way.
I remember Aston Martin bringing in the new concept. And, Mercedes didn't. And Aston Martin made the right decision. And Aston Martin beat Mercedes on that day. And Aston Martin, ever since then, has been a decent.
They went down a little bit, but then they came back.
They did go down.
That's
they did
good.
go down, but they're good now.
That's it, man. That's it. So that is the debrief episode 26 out of the way. It's actually today. It's the 19th of April. But this should have been recorded on the 7th of April. But like I said, we had a lot on, so we're going to sign out. But remember to hit the like button on YouTube, and remember to follow me on the podcast, on the pod. I'm on iTunes, and I'm also on Spotify and all podcast outlets out there. All you got to do is recommend the video, like the video on iTunes and Spotify, and you could come over to YouTube and subscribe as well. Big up to everybody. That's it, man. Before you go, see you later, bro. See you next week. Well, not next week. Yeah, next week. See you later. Boom.